Radio. Let's go! With Sir Blackston and the Masked Hope.
Raw Impact Radio. I am Sir Blackston. I promise. I'm not in witness protection, okay? I'm just, the background is blurred. We're using Zoom. This is all free software. Get off my back about it. In the building this week, my co-host, who was unsuccessful in his attempt to wrestle away from me in predictions, my Raw Impact Radio Championship, the greatest co-host on the face of the planet, the Masked Hope. Sir, what's going on?
I'm doing great. CM Punk got injured.
Damn it, we didn't even introduce the guest. Okay. What's going on? You're like off camera? What's happening right now?
Bro, I don't even know.
Also in the building, a brother I just learned so much about, like, just during the course of just talking to him. This brother is clearly well-versed. I'm still here, all right? I'm just blurred out. I'm still here. The brother, Mr. Vape, at Mr. Vape 90. What's going on, brother? How are you?
What's up, y'all? I'm very honored to be here. Been trying to be here for a while.
It is great to have you here, man.
In and out or not.
That's right, and we definitely in and out. Let me try and turn on, maybe the light situation ain't doing it. So, fam, Hope, you started it out. You said that CM Punk is injured, man. I was only imagining this tremendous grin on your face the moment that it was announced that CM Punk has torn his tricep in the Royal Rumble.
All right, let me just start off saying I'm not happy. Can't even say it streaming. I'm not happy CM Punk got injured. You know, but I called it. Man. The man's made of glass.
This is terrible.
This is the new age Kevin Nash right now, bro. I will say though, his promo got me choked up though. He's like, "You gotta follow your dreams." It's like, I may not ever see my dreams of main event in WrestleMania. And then he mentioned like his buddy with cancer. I was like, had to suck them tears up. We're like, remember it's CM Punk we're talking about here. No.
Vape, bro, what were you thinking when you found out the CM Punk got injured, man?
Again?
Oh, damn.
That was my first thing. Like, I was just thinking, like, dang, like, you know, he at least got through his non-title, you know, his non-televised match without getting injured. But it's, I don't know. It was just like, my dream of him and Seth for the world title at WrestleMania is just shattering. First it was Seth with his MRI and then had his leg injury and stuff like that. But then we had a little bit of hope. But then it was just thrown on the ground, just spiked on the ground like a Chief game. You know what I'm saying? Just
oh, damn.
Destroy dreams. Just like, I don't know. And like, it was from a DDT. I don't even know what move it was. Like, was it him trying to hold on to the ropes when he was holding on to his hope? I'm just playing that. But hold on to.
I know he eliminated Drew with like he firearm over the top for the elimination of Drew. It's just, man, wrestling is so weird. Anything can happen at any minute. You know what I mean? And it was sucks.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying it sucks because, you know, it's difficult to plan around. Injuries have taken some of the greatest matches away from us in the past, and you know the build for this was actually going pretty good.
It was such a basic ass spot. You wouldn't even think it was a double arm DDT that Drew McIntyre hit on him. And you see he grabs his tricep as soon as he hits the floor. So yeah. So it's something simple. It can take you out just like that, man. Like when your muscles hanging on by a thread already, one little thing will push that over the edge.
Man, this man is like made out of cookies though, man. He's like injured every match ever since he's came back. It's like every match or every major match at least he has.
Yeah, pretty much.
So the specifics of it are, you know, CM Punk does have a torn triceps. There's not a possibility. It's going to take him out for at least 4 to 6 months, which does put him out of WrestleMania. So the main event that they've been building to, I'm assuming for night one of Seth Rollins versus CM Punk, will not happen at WrestleMania. You know, it seems like they're setting something up with Punk and Drew, maybe for SummerSlam after he returns. If it's a shorter recoup time, 4 months, I guess that puts him back in May, maybe around Money in the Bank. Who knows? I guess, you know, a bunch of questions come out of this. Who would you guys like to see replace CM Punk in that first night main event?
Ooh, that's a tough question.
Because it's like Seth just plowed through everybody on a weekly basis. Like, if to think about it, like the names that I could say, he's probably already beaten, or he's already faced too much. To be honest, I don't know, because it kind of messes up my predictions for Money in the Bank for Damian Priest. But I think, but no, all right, this is what I think it should go like. I think that Damian Priest should say fuck it and call and announce his cash in at WrestleMania. Announce his cash in at WrestleMania. He will go against Seth 1-on-1 with his briefcase on the line. He'll decide not to try to do it the sneaky way and get you while you're down and stuff like that. Because if he could just, like, Seth Rollins came out twice. Twice. If I had the briefcase, it would not took twice for you to come out with an injured leg and that belt for me to say, I'm cashing in right now. You can put a cage down.
Right.
I don't like, we're gonna end this right now. So he might as well had an honest approach and say, I'm gonna cash in at WrestleMania. But my swerve comes in what I think my prediction is, right? When he tries to cash in, JD McDonough and the Judgment Day comes out, and JD McDonough, whatever his name is, tells the referee to look inside the briefcase, and there won't be a contract in that briefcase. And then JD will bring out the actual original briefcase and hand it to Finn Balor, and Finn Balor cashes in.
That could be actually kind of wild, man.
It'll be the first time the referee has actually opened the briefcase to check the contract.
It would. I was thinking about that in terms of consistency. R-Truth last night said something about liquidating all of Damian Priest's assets. So I don't know what role that could play in this whole thing also, because I mean, if his assets include Money in the Bank, you know what I mean? Like, what could we be looking at here?
Oh yeah, if Finn Balor picks it up. He sold it all to Finn Balor. Damian Priest is not he's not a WrestleMania main event guy. I don't feel like he's worthy of that spot though.
But I feel like Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins is, even though we've had
100%.
But for that to be the swerve though, at WrestleMania, night one, yeah, probably like maybe the biggest. They could be the new heist of the century, like they would say.
Well, the WWE, as they will do, they threw a curveball into the whole situation last night. We thought that we had it all figured out. We're going to have Cody versus Roman. We're not going to have, obviously, we're not going to have Punk versus Rollins, but we were thinking Gunther versus Rollins. But then, in the middle of a promo from Cody, where he's going to announce that he's going to take on Roman Reigns, Seth comes out and he says, bro, you don't want Roman Reigns. You don't want that Hollywood Hogan title. You want this title. You want the workhorse title. You want the Dusty Rhodes Championship, the one that's being defended every night on the shows that you're on, that I'm main eventing. You want to face me at WrestleMania for this World Heavyweight Championship. And I got to say, Seth brought up a lot of great points in that promo.
The story's still not finished though.
F the story. Nobody wants to. I mean, no. What's
He's
the
still
story?
playing this up, man.
What is the story?
I'm gonna finish the story this time, bro. Dusty held the World Heavyweight Championship.
If you ask me, Cody versus Seth, culminating at WrestleMania, the place where Cody fought Seth to debut and like a surprise match. Seth has never beaten Cody, and now Seth is the champion, and Cody going after that championship. It's a way better story than my dad never got it, and neither did my brother. I mean, Jay could pull that promo out if he wanted to. Nobody's dad has been a WWE champion like that on a main roster.
I think the story has turned into I'm the man that dethroned Roman, to be honest. So I think that's what he's gonna have. He's gonna have to admit that it's not even about the championship right now. That's what it was last year. Finishing the story was about that last year. Now I have to. This is my story. My story is that I lost to you last year when I was supposed to complete things, and this year it's about getting my get back, basically.
So if we go in the direction of Cody versus Roman, does Cody actually do it? And I read a very interesting tweet of some stuff that I had forgotten about. It took The Rock 3 WrestleMania main events to beat Steve Austin. The first 2 were for the World Championship. The third one was just for pride. It took him 3 main events to beat Steve Austin. Does Cody beat Roman at WrestleMania if that's the match that they're going to have?
No.
I want to say yes, but I already know how I am. I'm gonna troll and say no when it gets to it, because I'm gonna just I love how Cody fans are when it's down
yeah.
because I loved how that
those
feeling
guys.
was last year.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying? I
Great.
loved it when I
Watching them
told people that he
cry,
wasn't
their
going to win.
sweet
Oh
tears
my
going
God.
down their cheek.
Oh, it powers me. It motivates me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I deep down because I mean somebody might quote this. I want to see Cody win. I want to finish the story because I'm tired of everybody talking about a damn story. Even though this is wrestling and their story never ends. Like never. Like we're still talking about Hulk Hogan coming back for some reason. Like like there's no story ends really. Like we had what Austin come back at WrestleMania, not even couple, and we would have never thought that. So the story never really ends. So I just want that just to be done. Just put the belt on him so he can lose it in 3 months and we can just move on from it because I don't know. I think Cody's is going to be one of those people that's better without the belt.
He is. He's better at the chase.
It's going to take his entire 3 to 5 year contract for him to get this title. They're going to give it to him when his contract is up. And he's like, all right, I'm leaving if y'all don't give me this title. Like, all right, whoa. Here you go. Here's the title that we promised you.
You're going to lose it to Ricochet in SummerSlam.
But you know, Cody's a brilliant wrestling mind, and that may be the direction that he just wants to take. He understands there's more money in the chase than there is in the championship. And I mean, and Cody is the kind of guy that a lot of people want to get behind. I don't want to see him become champion because I'm tired of other people like not getting what they want. I would want to see him become champion because I would want to see him become champion. And I don't want to see him, but like it doesn't matter to me right now. He's not entertaining enough right now to me to hold that spot down for that period of time. Remember, he's going to be in a crap situation anyway because he's following Roman Reigns, a 1,300-day title reign. Whatever he does, it's going to have to hit the ground running, and I don't see him having built anything up over this past couple of years that could do it other than Seth. You know what I mean? Like I haven't seen anything else.
What if Cody wins the title and starts his own bloodline? He brings in.
He's going to bring in Gold
Dust.
He brings in Old Dust. He brings in Old Dust.
And what's it, Brandy and the dog and everybody's going to be in there.
Get all the family in there.
Bring back Terry Reynolds.
Bring back Terry Reynolds. Oh God. Yeah, Marlena in the building. But I mean, like, seriously, like, what is the strong Cody Rhodes story that carries him momentum-wise beyond WrestleMania where people are, like, super invested? Because I'm barely invested now. He's done some great promo work. The one that he did last week with CM Punk, that was probably the most that I've ever cared about a Cody Rhodes promo. And that could have been, something that they could have bounced back and forth on. Punk is injured now. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, how do we, you know what I mean?
I don't see. Sorry, I don't see a good story here. He's gonna win if he wins the title. It's just gonna be like immediately downhill from there because he let's carry him on to the next one. What is he gonna be, the workhorse and defend the championship every week? Seth Rollins already did that. He don't really have a story after he wins the title.
No, he turns heel and become what we always knew, Homelander. He becomes the Homelander of WWE.
That man could have been heel if he wanted to be heel.
He could have, but I feel like until he gets the title, that's when he's just like, you know what? I didn't really need all of you at all. I did this. I'm the one that had to fight Brock Lesnar. I'm the one that had to get stuff spit in my face and get tortured by Nakamura. I'm the one that had to go through all the to win the Royal Rumble twice. This was my story. You know what I'm saying? I beat Roman. Like I'm the one that sent Roman away.
So I'm with you. I'm with you. And I'm with you in a different order though. I would have him lose this year to Roman, right? I would have him have to turn heel because he's so obsessed with not being able to defeat Roman that it like eats away at him. And I already see him doing heel shit last night. Last night he said, "Samantha, can you reintroduce me?" Logan Paul did that shit over the summer and people booed the dog shit out of him. But Cody did it tonight and like people are cheering him. You know what I mean?
But you gotta give it credit. Logan just beat up her fiance.
All right, yeah. I'll give you that. I give you that.
Yeah, he just beat up her fiance in front of her, and then was like, "Yeah, say my name again."
Okay, I can see how that might influence the plot somehow.
but I do see him like him getting so confident that he gets that Homelander vibe. Like, what do you mean? I'm y'all savior. I saved y'all from Roman Reigns. I saved y'all. I saved wrestling. I saved y'all from CM Punk. I saved y'all from like him just like this like I saved y'all from Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins wasn't nowhere until I started beating him down. Then y'all start singing his song. Then like I don't know. I'd probably be a better heel Cody than Cody right now. But I'm just saying, like, I would be saying things like that as soon as I get the belt. Become a freaking heel and get a nice long reign, but not too long. You know what I'm saying? 6 months or so, probably, from just being the heel. And or if it's short reigns, getting it multiple times. You know what I'm saying? Like, turn him to the actual Triple H. Bring Brandy back, give her some type of power. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like like you said, make it them. They're the actual new royal family. They're the new wrestling family, and she has some wrestling power. She'd be like a GM or something because we already know.
So basically, who they were in AEW. Essentially,
nobody likes Brandy
because the whole Rhodes bloodline used to come out on AEW anyway, and then they had the power. Like, it's basically his AEW character.
Yeah. You know what? You're right. Just bring the AEW Cody there. And he actually be where he was trying to be. I mean, because AEW, he was trying to be a good guy. And they were just like, nah. But no, yeah, you're right. Bring the AEW Cody to WWE after he wins the belt. And now he has the belt. Makes him lose a few times. Basically, like you said, the McMahon-Hemsley era, but with the Rhodes.
I can't see Cody turning heel. He enjoys the roar of the crowd too much. He don't want to be booed. Every time, bro, he went back to crying in his promos again. Standing in the ring, what I'm going through.
He did cry like 3 times last night, though.
But come on, bro. Every time you got some tears, stop it.
But I feel like, but with this heel stuff, he'd do it, but he'd do the same thing, but it just be more phony, and then just people just be booing the hell out of him for it. Like, and he's just like, "What do you mean? You guys used to eat this up? What do you like? Y'all used to eat this up." He just go berserk on the crowd as he's like, when they don't go for what he's going for. I don't know.
Cheer for my tears, damn it.
That's how I would say you just make his title reign interesting. But if you're right, if you go the babyface, I'm Mr. All-American Nightmare and stuff like that, it's gonna go straight Lex Luthor in the 90s. Like it's like that's Lex Luthor in the 90s to me.
Now, what did you guys think? What did you guys think of the actual promo from Seth? You can even take Cody out of it, but what did you think about Seth's promo about that World Heavyweight Championship being the workhorse title?
Well, that was a fire ass promo. I was feeling it, but yeah, to me, it just took me out of it because that's not the story. That's not the story.
It's a story. It's a story.
Not the story.
No, there is no the story. What is the story?
The story
is about Dusty. He's the grandson of a plumber that wants to get that title that the son of the plumber never did.
And then CM Punk like tore that whole thing apart last week when he was like, "Yeah, I actually am blue collar because my dad actually did do blue collar work as opposed to your dad who worked in wrestling." Like, he tore that whole thing apart.
Yeah, he's like, I'm more American Dream than you are.
Yeah. That was Seth Rollins.
That was nice.
Yeah. I felt really like last night was just a night of really, really strong promos from everyone who cut one last night. I was impressed with it. Even Bailey's promo was like really, really good. You know what I mean? Like, I was impressed with the promo work from last night.
Yeah, all around solid promo. It shows you could talk on the mic. You know, who got some skills.
Absolutely. Now let's shift gears a little bit and talk about some of the other things that have happened in the WWE. Not that it's been a super eventful week, but a lawsuit that wasn't read by Triple H was filed. You know what I mean? And
but bro, they know why they put Cody and Triple H first, because they know they're the most politicky motherfuckers. They said the exact right thing. So you don't be like dig any deeper into the conversation of what's going on. So they know why they put them first.
TKO prepared the fuck out of Cody Rhodes. Triple H, there was just like, get your ass out there, you'll be fine. You know what I mean? Like, he had no bars when they said, "Yo, man, did you even read it?" He was like, "Nah, what you talking about?" I was like, "Yo, you know good and damn well you read this damn thing."
He's the one who submitted it.
Like, wait, Vince is gone? The fuck? Vince left?
Typed up the draft.
What?
And
You know
then
what?
he
I
took a
heard.
number 2 on her head.
I might have heard, but I didn't read this stuff about my father-in-law. Why would I do that?
It's like I
He
had no
was
idea.
filming it. What are you talking about? He held the camera. What do you mean?
Oh man. But these allegations, because we still have to call them allegations. I've said this because to every friend of mine that have called me and asked me, did I hear or what do I think? I tell them, hey, what have I told you? And what they'll tell you is, you know how you just fantasy casting stuff and everything. You're like, yo, if you ever had a movie, like an action movie, who would you cast as the villain or what would this villain be? My answer will be always Vince McMahon. He'll be based by Vince McMahon, who have the morals of Vince McMahon. Because there's no fucking evil. That's the most evil persona I can think. I watch anime. I watch. I watch anime. I've read comic books, but I'm into the comic book life, in comics, so I know my villains and stuff like that. I'm very well versed on what a villain can go to. I watch Game of Thrones. I'm a big game. I read the books. There's no person more vile than Vince McMahon. Like there's not he's always stepped it up worse and worse and worse.
You can't dream this type of evil up. It's basically what my man just said. You can't fake this level of evil. This motherfucker is gone.
You can't to the point where you're like, okay, yeah, I believe it. Like it was like, bro, it's nothing surprising me. It's not. I can't. I mean, the only thing, the poop situation was crazy to me, but like.
Even that doesn't surprise me. Exactly. I'm not surprised by that.
It was crazy to me, but I'm not.
Of course he's shitting on people. Of course.
He took that phrase literally.
Of course.
Of course. This is the man who makes you kiss his ass on USA.
Y'all thought this was a character.
There's no floor. There's no shame. I mean, he pitched the thing with his daughter.
Said the N-word on UPN.
Y'all thought this was a character. This is real life, bro. He just was putting his real personality into this thing.
Yo, I mean, I can't. I have no words when it comes to this. I thought it was over, like over with last time, but I thought I don't know. If he beats this and comes back in some kind of way, we're just gonna have to accept that there's evil that's accepted in this world, and it's a bad thing. And it's a bad thing this person runs the company that I love.
Don't you worry. What's it been?
Well,
like
I mean,
3 of them
started with him.
That's rookie numbers, man. How many? He probably got the hundreds right now. How much heads did he poop on already?
These are the ones that allegedly. These are the ones that we know about. You know what I mean? And who knows what else is going to come out from whatever camps are out there. That's man.
What I'm saying. There's a lot more out there, I am sure.
Yeah, we need like I've seen you say before, Mass. We need a dark side of the ring season for Vince.
If you have more than enough content, so we're gonna have to run that over into the next season too.
Like season for Vince, and even like little even cope like little just like off spinoffs, just spinoffs. You know what they go off and it's like, you know what? We decided to come out with a spinoff. This season 5, Vince has been so great. We're going to do a spinoff, the continuance, the dark side of Vince, or just the side of Vince. Like,
but you know what though? I mean, you bring up an interesting point because now they're in this partnership, this extremely lucrative partnership with Netflix, who will be producing a lot of their documentary content. And we do know that there's a documentary about Vince McMahon that is in the works. How honest do they get about the partner that they've invested $5 billion into over the course of the next 10 years? How honest can Netflix actually get on this damn documentary?
That's probably why they signed with Netflix. Yo, cut that documentary down.
It's the only way.
Make that as basic as possible. And yo, we got 10 years for you. 10 years. We got Monday Night Raw. I was like, all right, say less, fam. That shit gonna be so watered down.
Yeah, I would say it's gonna be as lucrative as Triple H's response. That's how I feel. Like I don't know. I think they're still gonna try to make. No, I don't think so. It's too bad. It's too bad now. Because if you would have asked me this way before this incident, I would probably said, "Oh, they're still gonna probably try to make Vince in some hero light or something." You know what I'm saying? But No, you just can't now. I think they're going to cancel. I think they're going to end up canceling it. That's what I think. I think they're going to end up canceling it before their deal, and then we're probably going to end up getting it from like Peacock from getting revenge or something like that. like probably get it from like I don't know. I would love, like I said, I would love a Vince documentary. I mean, but I don't think we're getting it because of the deal with Netflix. I think Netflix is going to choose the deal with Raw and probably other sorts of documentaries or films. Maybe we get maybe closest they will get is a Shane McMahon film or something.
No one cares about that. No one cares about Shane.
or we might get Triple H.
He's been fired by his dad like 8 times. Like, nobody cares about him. It's a damn shame. Most recently in 2022, no one cares about Shane McMahon. Poor Shane.
We didn't even get an update on his injury. I never got an update.
Nobody asked.
When he healed.
It's been a year. No one cares.
Like, I remember him getting injured at WrestleMania, and then no one reported on his dad. Like, they were like, oh, he tore his ACL. In other news.
He did post a picture on like Instagram where him in the gym recovering.
Oh,
so.
And Mass Hope is the only person that knows that. Because nobody else follows him. Nobody else follows him. Nobody cares about Shane McMahon.
It's just me.
For news purposes.
Keep it up, Shane.
So look, so we did have the Royal Rumble, and you know, the question has been asked. We're going to talk a little bit about it, but the question has been asked: do you think that there should have been more surprises in the men's Royal Rumble? Do you think that surprises are what makes the Royal Rumble interesting, or is it what happens during the course of the match?
Surprises, man. That's been from the start. That's been what's been made it special. You always have one nostalgia pop. Someone's like, he's still around, you know. If he didn't have none of that, I think they need to expand the men's Royal Rumble to 40 people, just so you can throw a couple surprises in there. Yeah,
I'm good. I'm good.
There was nothing. There was nothing. Andrade was in there. That was it. No, the crowd went mild when he came out.
Omos came out. What you talking about?
And the crowd also went mild when he came out.
They went crazy. They were like, "Yes, Homo sapiens unite."
Yeah.
Whoa, pause.
Homo sapiens. What's wrong? What are you?
Homo
Chill,
sapiens.
bro.
Yeah,
everyone.
we're
Omos fans
humans
say.
are Homo sapiens. Omos is Homo sapiens. What do you mean? You know I ain't got no voice. I can't yell.
That's why I can talk shit. I know you can't like that.
No, but and you said that it's been like that since the beginning, but it actually wasn't. There was a time where Vince McMahon, you know, once he pulled himself away from shitting on people, he would sit up there and he would announce the entire roster of who was going to be on the Royal Rumble. He'd be like, the Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man Randy Savage. You know, he would go through individually. It wasn't until maybe 2001, 2002 when Mr. Perfect, Booker T, Goldust, and someone else, all 4 of those guys came back and they were touted as like big returns. And from that point forward, it was like, oh man, returns is a thing. The other thing, back in like 96, 97, they had like a bunch of guys from AAA and Japan. Like that was another thing that they did. I'm glad that they did that with TNA this year and a couple years ago. But it was really just about who was on the roster and wanting to see those guys advance to, because realistically, there's no shot of, you know, Jordan Grace going on the main event WrestleMania, you know, and I love Jordan Grace, you know, she's awesome, you know, even in person, like she's a good person. But I mean, like, it's one of those things that there's no chance you're going to win.
I'm not even thinking of that though. It just made it so much special seeing TNA superstar,
that was dope.
Top of the women's division, bro. I literally got goosebumps. I love Jordan Grace. See her out there slapping meat with Bianca,
bro.
Like,
that was crazy.
Bro.
That elimination was crazy.
Yeah, that was a great. I do put the women's Royal Rumble over the men's. The women's was great. I feel like the women's was over the men's last year too, though.
I mean, it's becoming a tradition, bro.
Yeah.
But I just Braun Breaker really did his thing, but like I seen Matt say, you know, that was expected for him to come. Wow, Carmelo, they off screen eliminated him. That was wild. The surprise is Andrade. Yeah, that was a surprise. Yeah. Carlito, but I just hate Carlito's music, so I don't know why. I'm gonna go away now because it's like
they need to bring back that Caribbean cool.
Right, they gotta bring that. Like, what the hell? Like, and that's one thing I've noticed when it comes to I'm gonna say this, that the wrestling between now and I'm gonna be that old guy. You know what I'm saying? Between old days and now, you know what I'm saying? The music sucks. I mean, I'm just saying the music. Like, that's what I've noticed with this Royal Rumble. The music sucks and it's kind of damn near unrecognizable.
We can do an entire episode about the WWE music, all right? And Hope knows, like, I'll do it. I'll do an entire episode about WWE music with clips, with evidence, okay?
But this is just, it's like, I don't know. It's like, so it's like, especially with the men's, it's like when some music hit, it was just like, eh.
Well,
you know
basically every song when somebody came on, I'm like,
you gotta, okay. I'm looking at the Titantron or I'm looking at the banner. I'm like, wait, hold on. Yeah, Andrada, that's what's up. His music is like
bring back Jim Johnston or CFO Dollars.
No, just Jim Johnston. We're gonna see. You know, the funny thing is there's a picture, there's a video of Seth up at the top of the arena because you know he was out there sitting at the top of the men's Royal Rumble. There's video of him like being completely baffled about who someone's music is, and then he's like, "Oh shit, okay, that's who that is." Like the same thing we were experiencing. He was. No one knows. No one knows.
Everybody's music is generic superstar number 47.
Right. That's why I feel like where the whole element of it wasn't that many surprises or stuff like that comes in forth because the surprise was like, okay, wait, hold on. We're gonna have to wait till this person hit the ramp, then we'll know who they are. Oh, okay, yeah. But I don't know, man. Gunther did his thing. I say that. Gunther really did his thing. It's crazy to get eliminated by the same guy every year. But like I said, the women's just did it better. The women's just did it better.
And the women didn't even have that much surprises. It was
right.
What, Naomi and Jordan Grace.
And Liv, right?
So what?
And Liv Morgan.
Oh, and Liv.
Did the women's need a bunch of surprises? Because I'm hearing that is like, you know, match of the night and everything. I don't think that I think it got just the amount of surprises it needed with Trinity and with Naomi and Jordan.
I was expecting 4 people. Well, 5 people, and only one out of those 5 came, and that was Jade Cargill, she was great.
Jade, yeah, Jade,
loved it.
Jade Cook.
But I was expecting Sasha. I was expecting Sasha, but okay, it is what it is. I was expecting Trish. I was expecting the Trish comeback. I was hoping this were for Elise now. I was hoping for a Mickie James appearance because Nick Aldis is her husband and stuff, and I was hoping Alita like pop up, Alita cameo, Alita come out, like Michelle did last year, but.
Lita just, she let Becky get her ass whooped for like 6 months straight. Like, she was out there, you know what I mean? Like, Lita never came back, never tried to hold Becky down and nothing. Like, she was just like, yeah, go and get your ass whooped. You be good. This is Bill's character. Like, she never came back to help her.
This is Bill's exactly. Meanwhile, Becky depressed Monday. And she's depressed Monday while and I'm not gonna lie, my top 2 picks was Becky or Bayley. That's what I was saying the whole night. I was like, Becky, but that was an impression because, like I said, that's a lot of wrestling I skipped. So I had the impression that Becky never won a Royal Rumble, but I'm forgetting she did win to go against Ronda and all them. So when I realized that in the middle of the Royal Rumble, I was like, oh no, Bayley need to get this. We need Bayley to get this. And I love the fact that Bayley won.
3 out of 4 horsewomen have won Rumbles.
Yeah, my daughters wanted. They're big Bianca fans, so like, what I'm saying. I used to like Bianca, but the fact that they love Bianca just
it makes you not like her, Dan.
Bro, you don't understand. Like you said, I love the tears when she lost the title to Asuka, and the way she lost it to it, they were in tears, and I was just like, I told you, Asuka's gonna do her dirty and win. That's the way you gotta beat those people. You gotta do them dirty and win. But yeah,
but the women's Royal Rumble had like the adequate amount of surprises, and they were big level surprises though. Andrade ain't a big level surprise. Nobody was really
checking for
concerned
him
about
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
or
yeah.
Omos as much as you.
I'm sorry,
him.
Omos was huge. Like honestly, it shut the
Literally,
electricity out. Loved it.
I didn't even see when he got eliminated. I was just like,
No, I saw that. I remember that.
I
him doing
completely
that.
missed it. Maybe I was looking at my phone or something like that. But yeah,
Remember
he was
that.
gone.
I just know that when Carmelo got eliminated is when Kaiser was coming out. When Kaiser was coming out, Carmelo got thrown out.
So I mean, Vape, you mentioned it, the debut of Jade Cargill. It looks like they want to set something up with her and Bianca. How are you getting there? I mean, how would you get to the point where you've got Bianca and Jade at WrestleMania with a strong story, or do you hold it off until after Mania? But they got the signing, Jones, so you got to have it. You know what I mean? It's going to happen.
How do we get a Jade Cargill versus Bianca? We get her in the chamber. We get both of them in the chamber. And we get one to cost the other or eliminate the other. And I don't know. I feel like this will be time for a Bianca heel turn. You know what I'm saying? Because Jade Cargill, I mean, unless they're going to just, I don't know. Jay has been a heel before, but you know what I'm saying? Right now, I feel like they're trying to push her as a face, and it's time for the Bianca. I know everybody's been waiting for the Bianca heel turn when she was the champ. No, I feel like this is the time she do it because I feel like she'll be this close. It'll be a point where she's this close in elimination, loses and gets eliminated by Jade, and then like do some crazy stuff like KOD Jade before leaving the elimination chamber, causing her to win too. And then bam, now we got to scrap at WrestleMania. While the person who won the elimination chamber, which will be probably Becky, goes on to challenge Rhea. And yeah, and because we already know Bailey's gonna challenge Io.
Which is interesting because I saw. Damn, I just got another idea, and I don't know about this one, but I could see kind of heel from Jade, even after she had eliminated Nia and the way that she looked at Becky, like, yeah, bitch, you out next. You know what I mean? Like she was looking mad heely. The thing with Bianca, the thing with Naomi. I mean, it looked like they were kind of pushing her as heel, even before this when she got into it with Charlotte. You know what I mean? Backstage. I don't know. I think they might be going the heel route with her.
I mean, it could work either or if you switch the roles. Whether it's Jade gets mad because she got eliminated, and then you know what I'm saying, does Bianca dirty and costs her her way to get to WrestleMania, and then Bianca be on some all right, let's meet at WrestleMania and stuff like that. But my question is, do we let Bianca take her first L at WrestleMania to Jade Cargill?
I can't think of anyone better.
Right? That's like they're neck and neck. So I can't think of anybody better. Bianca's already established, so she could take a loss and still be good. I could see Jade being heel, first of all. Yes, she's a better heel than she is a face. And so I could see her going against Bianca as a heel. Maybe attack Montez Ford, take him out, and Bianca after saving him or something. Right? Oh.
You know,
to be standing between those two women, like, oh, please don't.
Oh, darn!
Like, no.
So if you have Bianca and Jade at WrestleMania, then you have it for no championship, unless who's the NXT Women's Champion?
I couldn't even tell you.
Forgot.
Exactly. Now, what if that were Jade Cargill?
I'm for it. I'm all for it.
So you want it for it to be Jade Cargill goes for the NXT Championship?
If Jade is defending the NXT Championship at WrestleMania against Bianca, that could be interesting.
Does it need a title though? Because I feel like just with all
it
that
might not
in the ring,
I don't think that needs a title, really. To be honest, I think that's one of those that doesn't need a title. Rhea Becky needs a title. Io Bailey needs a title. I feel like that name. I mean, look at the reaction we got just from them staring down. You know what I'm saying? That right there, you can the main event that night one. To be honest, I mean, shit. Since Seth, we still questioning what's going on for Seth. That could main event night one.
Good. You bring up a good point because I can't think of the last time that a women's championship a women's match 1-on-1 without a championship was like I can't even think of one at WrestleMania in quite some time. So I mean, that could kind of put that kind of match on the map.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah, that's especially with no title involved. It can, yeah. Yeah.
Book it, Triple H.
Book it.
Real quick, I know Kofi Kingston challenged Gunther last night for the IC Championship, and he lost miserably. But do you think that the whole thing between the New Day and Imperium is there a slight possibility? This is where I look to hope. Okay, this is where I look to hope for hope. Okay, is there any possibility that Big E can make this a 3-on-3? Any possibility that Big E evens the odds as it relates to Gunther?
That's what I'm hoping, and that's what it's looking like. That Big E makes that return, and even the odds when New Day getting beat down. I thought it was going to happen last night when they got messed up. But I'm looking forward to it, man. I don't want to put any pressure on, man, because dangerous situation, man. Life is at risk, but I'm hoping. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'd love to see it.
I'm not gonna. I just think they're just keeping Imperial busy until they find something else to do.
Yeah, I mean
that's what I think they're doing. I don't think Big E's coming back because then it's like a push of is Big E going to beat Gunther for the title, and I don't want him to return to get beat by Gunther like it's nothing. I don't know. I think I was saying that on your live match that I think they're pushing more of a Jey Uso dethroning Gunther.
That was the other end of it, is that I thought that maybe they were going to go 6-man with Jay in the Big E spot. I could definitely see that.
Yeah. And then they pushed that Jay is probably, I don't know. I feel like if anybody is really setting up to dethrone Gunther is Jay.
Now, Hope doesn't know who Jay is. He's constantly confused about which one Jay is. He always gets him confused with Jimmy. He's like, is he the yeet guy or the not yeet guy? Like, which one is he? I was just
gonna say that. All right, I'm saying that I think that the yeet is going to defeat Gunther.
Okay, that makes more sense.
And he also doesn't believe that Jay is championship material of any type that doesn't involve a tag team partner.
Wow.
Yeah. Mid-card Jey Uso.
Wow. I'm not gonna lie. I am not a fan. I am not a fan of the breakdown, take off your shirt and takes too fucking long to complete combo that he does. Like, I feel like, bro, just stop taking off the shirt or just figure out another way to make that combo more, faster, or just scrap it. I don't know. But that's the only thing that bothers me about a Jey Uso match is when he hits you with the low blow, and then you can obviously tell he botched him taking off the shirt, and then he tries to put it on the person and then hits the person. Just leave that alone. It's not working. It's not worked for a while. So I don't know. I feel like maybe he can still do the Rock thing, spit on your hand, and maybe keep that up. But I don't know. I like a Jey match. Jay's been putting in work, man. He's putting in work. I feel like he deserves the Intercontinental, the Intercontinental title. At least one run with the Intercontinental title.
Not beating Gunther though.
I think, yeah.
I feel like
the man that has pinned Roman Reigns out of the last 3 years doesn't deserve to be the man that defeats Gunther.
He don't need it. He don't need it. He beat Roman Reigns. That's the ultimate
in a tag match.
Guy, right?
I mean, he
pinned him though. That needs to go to somebody like Carmelo Hayes, Braun Breaker, Trick Williams, someone who's gonna be elevated from that win. Jey Uso don't need it. They'll just be throwing it away.
So you don't think that will elevate Jey Uso?
No.
Him getting his first singles title match, win by defeating someone that's been undefeated and the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time.
Nothing can elevate Jey Uso.
This is your man's. This is your man's. Nothing can elevate Jey Uso as your man.
Go take that U.S. title. You don't need that. You don't need to break the longest Intercontinental Championship reign in years.
Well, I mean, other than Solo, I mean, I feel like Solo is going to be the one to, if it ain't Cody, it's going to be Solo to dethrone Roman. But I don't know, maybe Jimmy. I believe that Jimmy, no yeet, deserves a U.S. title or Intercontinental Championship. You know what I'm saying? I believe, see, I don't know. I feel like Gunther, just like Roman, has to be defeated at WrestleMania because how his reign has been gone. But I wouldn't be mad at him of Gunther losing at Elimination Chamber, losing his title, and him losing the title to Jay, and then it be Jay versus Jimmy for the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania. Because I mean, we gotta have Jay versus Jimmy at WrestleMania. I feel like that's already.
Can we talk about that one just for a second?
What?
Because the first two to come out for the Royal Rumble this year were Jay and Jimmy. And I saw Royal Rumble 94 when Marty Jannetty came out and Shawn Michaels was in the ring, and that shit was on site. And like the energy and the fire was there because those two like really, really like had this thing going. I wasn't feeling that spark from Jimmy and Jay when they first came out there. Maybe it's just that, they were the first two out and he had to let him make his entire entrance. It didn't feel special to me at Royal Rumble. Maybe it's just me.
I feel you. And I think it was Jay's freaking stare, man. He always looks scared when he's staring at somebody. Like, if you go back and look at him, it's like, why are you scared of Jimmy? He's like the biggest joke other than R-Truth. Like, he's the funniest man in the whole industry. Like, no, I mean, I don't take that as it's not disrespect, but it's respect on that because he's like the funniest thing other than R-Truth. If R-Truth ain't come back, Jimmy would be the funniest person in WWE.
That's fair.
But you should, so as his brother, even if he's your older brother, you've seen how he's been clowning himself for like the last few weeks. You can't act like you haven't been seeing it. Why are you staring at this man like you have fear in your heart? Or are you, I don't know. I feel like his storytelling wasn't as good as it been in the past Roman, when it comes to that. So I feel like, I understand why that stare down didn't really seem like all that because it didn't have that same energy. I don't know. That's what I feel.
I felt like it should have been on site. As soon as he got in the ring, it should have been. But I feel like they were trying to soak up the crowd too. When was the last time they faced off against each other? And I don't think they ever faced off against each other in the Royal Rumble. So they were just trying to get their moment in, feel it, you feel the buzz of the crowd for a hot second before they get started. But it should have been on site. Should have been as soon as he hit that ring.
And then once they started going, like, how did you feel about like what was happening in the ring at that point? Like, was that like, oh well, you guys have totally redeemed yourselves from this shitty ass stare down? Like, did it work, or was it like, man, this is going to take some time for me to jump into?
It was forgettable.
Exactly. Like
it was forgettable, to be honest. I just remember a couple of punches. I don't even remember them hitting each other with a super kick, and that's surprising.
Exactly.
If they did, I have to rewind it. But I just remember them just punching each other and Irish whipping until the third person came in. And then that's when the fourth person came in. Then I never saw them fight each other again. And they were just like ignoring each other, kind of like, or just Jimmy was just staring at someone beat up his brother. Like, I don't know. Like,
and also, you got to consider, Jimmy got eliminated by Braun Breaker. He didn't even get eliminated by Jay. So it's like you had this opportunity to tell this story with these two, and if your story is that these two are just at odds so badly, what you do is that number 3, whoever he is, and he was somebody that could be tossed out. I think it was, what's his guy, Talker guy? He teams with Austin Theory.
Wilder.
Yeah, it was Waller.
Grayson Waller.
They could have. I mean, these are 11-time tag team champions. They could have beat the shit out of Grayson Waller and then started fighting each other again. You could have 3 or 4 people just immediately, as soon as they get out there, they get eliminated just because these two really want to get at each other. And then you have a big guy like an Omos or somebody like that take those two out. But it was like there was nothing special. As you said, the entire thing was forgettable. There was nothing special about that entire interaction.
That's why we didn't see it, because he was talking through it the whole time. He was talking through it when they were fighting, and they just had the camera on him. Now, thank you. Grayson Waller came out and just talked through the whole thing, and then they just panned it out. So
I agree with you.
That's why it was very forgettable.
That's exactly what I think should have happened. They should have been fighting through at least like 2 or 3 people, and then one of them eliminate each other. Because with a feud as big as what they had, it should have been one of them. It shouldn't have been anybody else to eliminate these guys.
Have feedback on the show? Email us at rawimpactradio@gmail.com. Raw Impact Radio with Sir Blackston and the Masked Hope.
You don't know that one? You do know that one, right?
It's Mr. Perfect, right?
All right, we've been doing this for like 6 weeks. This is the first time. Time.
That's Owen's Hearts, right?
Oh God.
Raw Impact Radio. It's Vince McMahon's quads. The mask hope. CM Punk's triceps. Sir Blackson. Along with very special guests, Kevin Nash's quads.
Oh,
Mr. Vape.
Damn. In other words, we tearing this whole thing up.
Ripping muscles apart.
So, bro, we talked a lot about the Royal Rumble and everything, man. I know you put out, we got some Q&A questions, essentially.
All right.
I was taking a very long route to get to that sentence. So, UA asks, given the nature of this Raw, do you guys think we might get Cody versus Seth and Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania 40?
Honestly, that makes sense. It's never made more sense than now.
Right.
I agree. It does make more sense. We'll see. Yeah, that does make more of the move.
Yeah,
we'll see how Rock does it.
I gotta agree with you guys. I don't think that prior to CM Punk being injured, I don't think that's the direction they were going in. Obviously, we were going to get Punk versus Seth. I think it's the easiest out for what they have right now. Otherwise, like, what do you do with Seth at WrestleMania? You know what I mean? And he deserves a good dance partner. We've already seen that Cody can be that for him. Why not for a championship?
I'm all for it.
And so ends my questions. Did anyone ask you any questions, sir?
What do you do with Damian? What do you do with Damian? That's my question. That would probably be my question.
Any minute. Cash in on the Rock. Any minute, Damian Priest just becomes a champion.
Ew.
So Masso hates. I mean, he doesn't hate him, but he doesn't think that Damian Priest is championship material either.
I'm not gonna lie, nah, I don't either. I think it's
not there yet.
What is it? What's the disconnect with Damian Priest? Because I feel like he has all of the tools, but it's something about him that's like, man, you are either trying too hard or you're too cool or something like that. Something about Damian Priest that it just ain't clicking.
That's the thing. I don't know. It's that like it factor. There's just something that's not quite there.
I feel that he needs more one-on-one rivalries. He doesn't have a lot of those to me. Because I started following Damian Priest when he first entered the main roster. I didn't see NXT Damian Priest. I didn't see Indie Damian Priest. I didn't see all that everybody likes to talk about. I saw him go against, I forgot who it was for the US title. He was the US champion, and then he was paired up with Bad Bunny, and then Judgment Day. So I feel like he needs some good, and even while he's been in rivalries, he hasn't had any good one-on-one rivalries. It's been Judgment Day versus somebody, and now it's going to be Damian Priest versus this person at the next pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But this person's beefing with the whole Judgment Day, not just Damian Priest. So I don't know. I feel like they have been slowly building him as the leader of Judgment Day. I mean, he was the first recruit, but like I said, I feel like he still needs those one-on-one. It's about him versus somebody, not Judgment Day versus somebody that people can actually care about.
And we
give a world title on him.
We've seen him in one-on-one feuds. Even those just don't seem like his feud with Matt Riddle. Y'all remember that?
No, that's what I said. I don't remember that.
You remember the feud with Bobby Lashley? Nobody does. Sheamus, any of this stuff ringing a bell? It happened. I promise. Nobody remembers.
No.
So I think you're right, man.
Those was for the U.S. titles, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I just remember him having it.
Yeah.
I just that's a nice U.S. title.
That belt is
I don't
beautiful.
remember who he was wrestling for it. Don't remember he was wrestling for it.
Damn shame. Hope, any questions on your end?
Yeah. From Lano the Sage, do you think Cody will finish the story this year? Why not? I feel like we mostly answered that.
Yeah. Maybe this year, but not at Mania.
Yeah, not at Mania.
Nah.
From Robert Mama.
Hmm.
Do you think Damian Priest will ever cash in his money in the bank? I mean, obviously he'd cash in, but
He'd have to. You got another one coming up in May, right?
Yeah.
Gotta
What
cash
if he
in
be the
at some
first
point.
one to never cash in his money in the bank and it expires?
I can't think of a greater failure than being the only person to never cash in money in the bank.
That never had the chance to, because it always keeps.
The only way it would
That's
be dope
crazy.
is if you cash in and you lose, and somehow you get into the next Money in the Bank match and you win it on that same night.
What if he cashes in on they lose the tag champions and he cashes in on the tag championships?
I think that's a failure.
Yeah,
I think that's a failure.
It's not. I mean,
you have this briefcase for any championship. You're gonna choose the tag team?
Yeah, exactly.
he's gonna be like, this is for Judgment Day. He does it as a leader thing. I don't know. They try to make that work, but
I can see them trying in
history.
Yeah,
first time in history, the tag team championships are put for the Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
well, they were gonna do that with Otis, weren't they? Then they backed out last minute.
Am I tripping? At one point, didn't they have a tag team Money in the Bank championship, or am I tripping about that?
No, I don't think. I think Otis was going to, and then they took it off him last minute or something like that. I can't remember exactly what happened.
I remember he lost it to Miz.
Yeah, that's what happened.
He lost it to Miz.
There were rumors that they were going to have him challenge for the tag titles instead of going for the main title, and then they changed their minds about him and put it on the Miz.
Yeah, I'm cool on all of that. I want him to cash in for a singles championship. I don't care which one it is.
You think he's going to cash in on Gunther?
You know what? They had Theory cash in last year on Seth as the U.S. champ, unsuccessfully.
So he might do, but do you think he successfully cashes in on?
I think if you cash in on Gunther,
I think there's no success in his future. That sounded a lot worse than I intended.
How did you intend it? You said there's no success.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't disagree with him because I don't know where does Damian Priest go from here. Like, what do you do with Judgment Day other than elevate Rhea more, which she's already elevated to the point where she can't be elevated anymore. Right. Put Dom over, which has already been done, and then what? Make Finn Balor the man that he was supposed to have been 10 years ago. And was the swerve that I said with the Money in the Bank could do that. Damian Priest is the only person I feel like is the only thing like he's going is this R-Truth thing. And like even probably he sees that like let's just keep this R-Truth thing going. And that because I don't see any, like he said, I don't see any success in Damian Priest's future.
That is a damn shame.
Any success unless I see it probably 2-3 years from now. Maybe when all this stuff is cleared and we got all the stories, everybody's stories is finished. And then we go back and be like, oh yeah, Damian Priest. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Damian Priest is going to be one of the guys that we'd be like, you know what? It's time for him to get a shot. And,
at that point, no one will care.
In 2030, like, it's time for Damian Priest to be a world champion, I think he's going to be one of those guys if we keep on going at it. He might be our Kofi Kingston.
Damn. Kofi people connected with. Nobody connected with.
Damn.
Nobody.
I thought I was taking it to.
No, you were. You just had no success in his future. I just said people didn't connect with him.
That's just as bad. That's practically the same thing. Trying to take some heat off of me, man. Next question. Eddie Johnson asks, will there be more cussing and less PG stuff since Raw is on Netflix?
I really don't see why not. But unless, it's just they want to continue to market to Mr. Vape's daughters and the young people that are out there watching. But if we're looking for a more adult crowd, I don't see why, they can't take a more lowbrow approach.
I don't see him doing it because you still want them sponsors.
I don't see him doing it either.
You still want them sponsors, man.
Hey, except early on, it's supposed to be commercial free. Mm-hmm. Now, I guess that doesn't mean no sponsors because you can still do things like where Slim Jim sponsors matches or whatever, and
exactly.
So,
do you think we're going to get commercials since it's on Netflix?
Here's the thing: Netflix has commercials itself, so there will be commercials unless you pay for the
commercial
thing.
I must, yeah. I'm glad I just automatically was like, okay, yeah, all right. They got a new upgrade plan. Let me upgrade that.
I've never seen commercials on Netflix. I will say the number one thing that I want to happen out of this next Netflix deal is that it goes from 3 hours to 2 hours. I can't do 3 hours. Like this shit is ridiculous. Yes. It is. After the second hour, you're like, oh man, that was a great episode of Raw. Fuck, there's another 60 minutes of this shit and I gotta sit through. I'm good. Just cut some of the fluff.
I don't see them cutting that down either. Why would you, as the network who bought it, why would you want less time for what you bought?
I mean, unless they're selling ad space specifically for Raw, and maybe that's something that comes down the line, man. It's a lot, man, to just sit there and watch through 3 hours of Monday Night Raw.
It is. I agree with you. I 100% wanted to go back to 2 hours, but from a person who bought it standpoint, I want all that content, bro. Give me another hour of that content. You know what? Make it 4 hours.
Recoup it with documentaries. Recoup it with that Vince documentary, all them spinoffs and shit we were talking about.
Start off the show with Vince McMahon, menace to society.
Be like, or the first hour be them just, we get all the promos and backstages that we want. You know what I'm saying? They go backstage and like, hey, you're supposed to fight this guy. So what do you think? Give us like 20 minutes.
You could do that. You could do that.
Let's talk about it for like 20 minutes.
You have maybe a half-hour pre-show and a half-hour post-show. I just don't. It's just 3 hours of wrestling action is just too much on a weekly basis to do from Raw. You know what I mean? Even though it has gotten much better lately.
I agree with you. Final question. Punisher Martinez asks, is Sasha Banks AEW bound?
Sadly, I see it. I don't see it coming back, man.
That was my opinion. If she didn't show up at the Royal Rumble, then she's going to AEW.
Yeah. Sadly, for me. I don't know. I mean, maybe you wanted to.
I would love to see her again.
I'm one of them.
Yeah, you want her AEW too?
Bro? I'm one of them. I'm one of them things I'm one of them people that think maybe, just maybe.
Yeah,
just holding out for a WrestleMania appearance. Maybe we'll get I don't know. I'm trying to think who we probably get I don't know. I can't. I'm not gonna lie. I can't see her seriously booked like someone.
I mean,
who we would be anticipated to be like, oh, I want to open challenge to whoever wants, like on some Seth Rollins stuff.
Yeah,
and then we get a Sasha Banks return, but how would we do that? Like he said. I
mean, you could argue that. I mean, you could always turn it into a storyline that Naomi lost so much WWE time dealing with Sasha Banks. You know what I mean? Like you could always turn that into something. The only reason I don't want her to go to AEW is because I feel like that's where women wrestlers go to just be completely forgotten. They've run shows where there were no women's wrestlers on like the entire show. And I'm like, man, they don't invest enough into it. Man, my voice sucks. They don't invest enough into it for me to like really, you know what I mean? Like believe that they would do something like that for Sasha. Unless they're paying top dollar and they're like, yeah,
that's exactly why I wanted to go there though, because she could change that. We already know that she's gonna fight for what she wants by her walking out of WWE. So I could see her and Tony Khan face, bro, there's one fucking women's match on this whole card. You better put something else on.
And how did that work out in WWE?
Well, Tony's a bitch. No. Well, Tony Khan is weaker than Triple H. I feel like he would give in more, and Vince.
He did give CM Punk a whole TV show.
That's what I'm saying. So if she go in there, start getting rowdy and stuff, we're gonna have a whole women's pay-per-view. You can't tell me you don't want to see Thunder Rosa versus Sasha Banks.
I can.
No,
I can tell you that.
Yo, can I make a confession right here?
Britt Baker versus Sasha
Britt Baker.
I'm not gonna lie. I've never seen a start to finish full episode of an AEW anything.
Really? Wow.
Never. I've seen nothing but clips and updates and stuff like that.
Wow.
No.
You're not the only one in the world though. I mean, like there are a lot of people who just haven't tuned into the product.
It's not that I don't like AEW. It's just that nothing, and I mean nothing, has interested me enough to watch more than what someone would talk about or post about or clip.
So even in those clips, like you've never seen anything that was like, oh man, I should start checking this out.
Nah.
Wow.
Not even Hangman Swerve, bro?
Nah, Swerve.
Hangman Swerve.
Swerve. I could put Swerve entrance, but
AEW match of the year: Hangman versus Swerve.
All right, you know what? And just because of that, I would check that match out for you. All right, I'll check that match out for you. Because I've never seen a whole like match of. No, I can't say I did. Last week, I think I did. It was some light skinned guys versus some luchadors. I don't even know. I don't even know these guys.
You're watching Collision then.
Oh God!
Look, hope no by complexion. All you needed to do was describe these. Just by the complexion alone, you
either talk about Top Flight or the Boys.
Oh man! But I know about people like the Acclaim. I know about I liked how Bullet Club Gold was looking until MJF made them look like fools.
You missed MJF versus Samoa Joe, bro.
Oh yeah, I did.
He's like, and I feel no ways about it.
Anybody in this, if y'all clip this, anybody in the comments, tag me in it. Put an AEW match that you would like me to watch. I will watch it, record it, in my reaction live, and post it, and tag you in it.
Hope got one on deck. Look at him. He know immediately which one. He already got one.
I will record my reaction.
He already got one.
He's like,
oh,
yeah.
Man. Damn.
No, that Hangman Swerve was
like,
I didn't expect it to be as good as it was. It was like top notch.
I mean, I know the top people who's doing things. Christian, I would say Adam Copeland, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't like this. I don't like anything Edge is doing there. But Christian is great. I love everything that he's doing there and everything I've seen him doing there. Jungle Boy sucks to me.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Ain't even there no more.
I mean, yeah, I know he's at New Japan now, but he just I never saw what was the thing behind him. The Four Pillars, I did see what was, Darby Allin, he's great. Like, what's his name? MJF is great, fucking phenomenal. And then who else I like at AEW? Swerve is. I just want Swerve to come back to WWE because, like, I just feel like it'll be. I don't know. I'm not even gonna say I feel like it'll be better, but I don't know. I probably want to see Swerve back on WWE, so I'll see him more since I don't watch AEW like that. But I'm gonna try.
I feel like he got a grudge against WWE, though.
You think so?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't remember everything he said, but like he hated how they treated him and stuff.
Yeah, basically he's never coming back.
Yeah, same as with Moxley.
So what do you think about Top Dollar at TNA?
He was definitely there.
Damn.
Remember he replied to my comment on your video?
Did he?
Yeah, he replied. I told him, I said I felt like he was done dirty and stuff like that. For them to keep Adonis and not do nothing with Adonis, but let bro go, and he was like carrying, and he was the one that was mainly trying to put the Hit Row over, even though it was just like WWE was purposely just pushing them, like trying to bury them. But he was coming up with stuff, diss songs, the whole "this place is corny" thing. I mean, LA Knight was getting his rise out of beating him up every week, and I don't even know what's happened. I just checked that. What's her name? B-Fab, right?
She's supposed to be in the thing with Bobby Lashley and them. They don't. I don't see.
I just checked her Instagram. I ain't see anything WWE, anything in her bio.
No.
So I'm like, did they let her go too? Like, I'm like Adonis, and then what? What's his name? AJ Top Dollar had replied to me saying that, that he gave all respect to Adonis because Adonis was the guy that did most of the work in the ring and stuff like that, and that Adonis deserved to stay there and stuff like that. But they're not doing nothing with him. Yeah. They're not doing anything with him. They're doing more with script.
By the way, it was interesting. Velveteen Dream. One of the first people that he apologized to was Ashante the Adonis. So I don't know what that was about. He said Adonis put his neck on the line for him, and he feels like he kind of turned his back on him. So that was an interesting little thing out of that from a few weeks back. Sirs, anything else going on in the world of wrestling that we may need to talk about?
Yeah, that's
Me
it.
too.
That's everything I got for the world of wrestling.
Then, sirs, please share with the world what your social medias is. How may people connect with Mr. Vape? I need to know more about this brother, is what everyone is saying. That's what we need to know.
Everything. If you want to go to any platform, the Purple app, Twitch, the Red app. Well, I don't know where you're gonna put it on this on, so I'm just trying to be safe. The Red app, everything. I'm Mr. Vape 90. You can find me. You'll see the Doflamingo black guy. That's me. And then I have the GSW. Watch GSW on TikTok. That is my WWE Universe mode that I kind of book.
That's you.
And, yeah, that's me.
I'm like, yo, what? He just started following. I'm like, yo, what is going on? And I'm like watching the lives of like the Wrestling Federation. I'm like, who is this cat? I didn't realize that was you. All right, cool. All right, put a face in.
I got GSW. We will be returning next week every Tuesday for Mayhem, and then Thursdays for Showdown. We are working on our show versus show kind of Survivor Series storyline right now. So y'all come on through, man. You guys, anytime you want. I told Mash, y'all can come through, come be some guest commentators if you want. And because we have live commentators. That's why I say it's different than us. We have live commentators, on our stuff. But yeah.
Bet. Hope, what you got going on, man?
I'm the Mass Hope. Follow me on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube for daily wrestling news.
The brother's growing. The brother is growing.
Bro, my Facebook. I only need 2,000 more followers to hit 5,000.
Come on, y'all. Come help keep a brother off the streets.
For just one like a day, you can help feed the Mass Hope.
One like and follow.
And I am Sir Blackston. I do want to thank very much so Mr. Vape for coming through today. I think this has been a really dope episode. Of course, you can follow me at Sir Blackston. We're just about 40 away from 92.2. So look, it's in the wrong direction. Trust me, bro. we're just 40 away. So, but no, of course, you can follow me at Sir Blackston. You can follow the backup at RIR Podcast, and we out. Peace.
Yeah.